when we were also doing the prayer, it came to my mind that actually when Muhammad, our messenger, he was in Medina, he led a Christian guest to pray in his mosque. This is a known fact. So we have the same open heart, open mind, and basically see the reflection in here tonight. Reverend Pastor Kanter will be coming and giving a speech. Then we're going to follow with Imam Ishi's speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So glad to be here. I was telling Yesel that in solidarity with our Muslim guests tonight, I fasted all day today. Now, I did cheat a little bit. I drank a little bit of water and juice, but I decided that I would join them in that spiritual practice to break the fast tonight. And I'm waiting for the spiritual insight from that. But my belly is now full. I feel good. My headache is going away. Welcome. We're really happy to have you guys here. And I love to see the tables. And I hope everyone sat with somebody from the Turkish group and got to speak with them. We learned a lot, and we even learned a little Turkish history at our table, but not from one of the Turkish people, from one of the Unitarians. Welcome, and everyone. This church has been involved in interfaith dialogue for a long time. We were part of interfaith dialogue when this church was founded in 1899. Unitarians were looking for a place to worship. And the Christian churches, because we're not Trinitarian, we're Unitarian, emphasizing the unity of God over the Trinity. Christians in Dallas in 1899 would not let Unitarians worship in one of their buildings. So we first found our place to pray and speak and listen in the Temple Emmanuel, in the Jewish temple that is now here in Dallas, and was there then. We passed that on in history a few different times, and one in particular to those founders of the Richardson Mosque, who came in the 70s to Dallas and wanted to create a mosque and couldn't find a place to pray. And so this very room has not only heard the call to prayer tonight, but heard many, many calls to prayer. The Muslims of the Richardson Mosque met here in this hall for, I believe, 1.5 to 2 years while they created the mosque in Richardson. And so this is not a brand new experience for us. It is another step in our reaching out, in our dialogue with people who are different than we are, in our embrace of religious truths that don't come in one form or one flavor. The core to our faith is a notion of tolerance, and I want to push for the rejection of tolerance, but the embrace of a radical hospitality. Tolerance, I believe, is a weak virtue. It means that I can stay on my side of the fence and allow you on your side of the fence to do what you want. But it means there is no exchange, no welcoming, no embrace, no dialogue. And so in this church, we support what we call a radical hospitality, which is embodied in your efforts to create dinners such as this and to welcome people into conversation about not just how we are similar, but how we are different. And then a hug and a shake, and we move on. We first met you, I believe, about 7 years ago. I was brand new at this church, and a young man named Oktay Erkan came to worship with a friend. I can't remember that friend's name. And Oktay came and he went to classes here with us, and he got very involved in our life here. And we first had a dinner like this at the center, which I believe was Preston and Walnut Hill somewhere. There was your group had a house, and we had a small dinner with you about 7 years ago. After that, we've had times when we invited the Turkish families into our homes, and vice versa. And so this is another chapter in that conversation. And we are very pleased to continue that conversation in the spirit of radical hospitality, knowing that God wishes for all people to love and live in peace, and that our place in the world is to live up to that and to create that. And so we hope that efforts like this help us make a little picture of peace, a little radical embrace, with all the images out in the world about what Muslims are and what they do and all this. We know that it's so much more complex than any of that. And we know that because we sit with you tonight at the table and embrace you as you embraced us. Thank you and welcome, everyone.